In July 2012, on the Tibetan Plateau, Chinese scientists accidentally recorded a glowing ball after a cloud-to-ground lightning strike, including its optical spectrum. That is the confirmed starting point. Not just a campfire story. Not only a frightened witness. A camera, a spectrograph, a lightning strike, and a luminous object lasting about 1.6 seconds. The first evidence payoff is this: ball lightning is not safely locked in folklore anymore. Some observations have data, but the most chilling detail is that even with video and spectral lines, the phenomenon still refuses to become simple. The recording points toward vaporized soil, silicon, calcium, iron, nitrogen, and oxygen. It does not prove that every floating fireball report is the same thing. Ball lightning reports usually describe a glowing sphere or pear-shaped object, often appearing during or after thunderstorms. Some witnesses say it floats. Some say it moves sideways. Some say it enters rooms, follows wires, passes near metal, vanishes silently, or explodes with a sharp crack. Confirmed, reports of luminous spherical phenomena have appeared for centuries. Disputed, whether all of those reports describe one physical process. Interpretive, the common pattern suggests something real may happen in at least some cases, but the category is messy. That mess is the whole problem. Ball lightning is not one clean specimen in a jar. It is a file cabinet of events, some physical, some misidentified, some exaggerated, and some still deeply strange. One of the most dramatic historical accounts comes from Widecombe-in-the-Moor in Devon, England, on October 21, 1638. A severe storm struck the church. Accounts described a ball of fire entering the building, smashing windows, damaging stone and timber, filling the church with smoke and a sulfurous smell, and killing or injuring worshippers. Confirmed, a deadly storm event occurred and was recorded in contemporary accounts. Disputed, whether the described ball was ball lightning in the modern scientific sense. Interpretive, people explained the event through the religious language of their time. That is important. Before modern atmospheric physics, a glowing sphere in a storm was not a plasma problem. It was a sign, a punishment, a devil, or a warning from the sky. In 1963, R.C. Jennison, an electronics researcher, reported seeing a glowing sphere inside an all-metal airliner during an electrical storm. He described a ball a little over 20 centimeters across emerging from the pilot's cabin, and moving down the aisle at a steady height. Confirmed, Jennison published the account in Nature in 1969. Disputed, whether the event can be independently verified as natural ball lightning. But as evidence, it is unusually interesting because the witness was technically trained and the setting was a metal aircraft, where ordinary explanations become harder. The account also captures why ball lightning is so unnerving. It does not behave like a bolt. It behaves like a visitor. It appears to have a body, a path, and a strange indifference to the rules witnesses expect lightning to follow. The Tibetan Plateau recording changed the conversation because it gave scientists more than a story. Researchers were studying ordinary lightning when a ball-like luminous event appeared after a ground strike. They recorded video and a spectrum. The spectral lines included elements associated with soil, silicon, calcium, and iron, along with nitrogen and oxygen from the air. Confirmed, a peer-reviewed report described this optical and spectral observation in 2014. Interpretive, the data support a soil vaporization model, where lightning strikes the ground, vaporizes material, and creates glowing particles or plasma-like chemistry. Disputed, whether this explains all ball lightning reports. The important point is not that the mystery is solved. The important point is that one real event may have left fingerprints. And those fingerprints looked like dirt. The soil model is beautifully strange. Ordinary lightning hits the ground. The strike vaporizes minerals. Tiny silicon-based particles or compounds form in hot air. As they oxidize, they glow, drift, and fade. In this version, ball lightning is not a tiny sun or a ghostly orb. It is weather turning Earth into light. Confirmed, laboratory experiments have produced luminous balls with some visual similarities by using electrical discharges and silicon. Disputed, whether lab fireballs reproduce the full natural phenomenon. Interpretive, the 2012 spectrum makes the soil model one of the strongest explanations for at least some events. The chilling detail is that the ground itself may become airborne for a second, burning in a shape that looks alive. Ball lightning is difficult to study because it almost never arrives when instruments are waiting. It is rare. It is brief. It appears during dangerous weather. It may last seconds, then vanish before anyone can measure distance, temperature, charge, chemistry, and motion. Confirmed, scientific data remains scarce compared with eyewitness reports. Interpretive, many accounts may mix multiple phenomena under one name. This is why the mystery survives honestly. Not because scientists ignored it. Because the phenomenon refuses the usual laboratory bargain. You cannot simply schedule a thunderstorm, choose a safe room, ask the atmosphere to create a glowing sphere, and repeat the experiment 3 times for peer review. Nature does not always cooperate with our need for clean evidence. Some ball lightning reports may have other explanations. St. Elmo's fire can glow around pointed objects in strong electric fields. Electrical arcs can flare near equipment. Reflections, retinal afterimages, transformer explosions, meteors, and ordinary lightning seen through rain or glass can all deceive the eye. Some researchers have even proposed that magnetic effects from lightning could trigger visual hallucinations in rare cases. Confirmed, multiple natural and perceptual phenomena can mimic glowing lights. Disputed, whether they explain the strongest cases. This is where the rational explanation becomes more disturbing than a simple debunk. The category may contain real physics and real mistakes side by side. One witness may see a plasma-like event. Another may see their own nervous system. Both can feel equally certain. Ball lightning matters because the reports often place it near the things humans depend on: aircraft, homes, power lines, ships, control rooms, and electrical systems. Even if rare, a phenomenon linked to storms and electrical infrastructure deserves attention. Confirmed, reports include aircraft and indoor settings. Disputed, how many are true ball lightning rather than other electrical effects? Interpretive, understanding the phenomenon could improve how we think about lightning safety, aviation, power systems, and extreme atmospheric electricity. The danger is not only the glowing ball. The danger is uncertainty inside a storm. If a luminous object appears in a cabin, a control room, or a house, people have seconds to decide whether it is harmless, explosive, electrical, or psychological. That is not folklore. That is risk under pressure. What would move ball lightning from mystery file to settled science? Multiple high-speed videos from known distances. Spectra from different events. Environmental measurements before and after formation. Lightning strike location, ground chemistry, electric field data, temperature estimates, and motion tracking. Laboratory experiments that reproduce not just a glowing ball, but the same spectrum, lifetime, motion, and energy behavior. That checklist is demanding because the phenomenon is demanding. One beautiful video is not enough. One witness is not enough. One theory is not enough. The question is not whether glowing balls can happen. The question is how many different things we have been calling by the same name. So what is ball lightning? The safest answer is this. It is a reported atmospheric electrical phenomenon with centuries of accounts, rare modern data, and no single explanation that clearly covers every case. Some events may involve vaporized soil after lightning strikes. Some may be plasma-like electrical structures. Some may be misidentified known phenomena. Some may be witness error. That answer is not weak. It is more honest than pretending every glowing orb is one thing. The most chilling detail is not that ball lightning floats. It is that the same word may be hiding an entire family of events. From dirt turned into fire to the brain inventing light during a storm. If you were investigating ball lightning, what evidence would convince you? A spectrum? A high-speed video? A lab reproduction? Or a dangerous close-range measurement during a storm? Tell me what would finally close the case for you, and stay with Mystery Atlas TV for the next investigation where the atmosphere keeps one last trick hidden in plain sight.